source site and URL parameter. And then I'm not sure. We could see if the tests are passing. Should I share my screen? Not sure. I think you can still see it for the moment, but I'm not sure if. Jobs, GitHub, README, passing tests, passing test, passing test. What do you guys have planned the rest of the day? Oh, failing test. Wrong number of hours. Oh, yeah, because I didn't. You reminded me about the node after I'd already passed in the arguments here. So this would be node. Save again. Test again. We were supposed to pair today, weren't we? Sess?
Yeah.
Are you still learning to do that, or? Compared using equal. Which compares. Expect projects.first.pitch to not be nil. That's interesting. Those look the same to me.
I can't see your terminal. What?
You can't see my screen? Oh. Can you see it now?
I can see code, but wherever you're running the test, I cannot see.
Can you click on my screen? I think it's Nick. It's in a different terminal.
Oh, okay.
Given for. Oh man, what am I doing? Parse URI has 4 arguments. And I'm passing it to the wrong place is why. Duh. Sorry, guys. We'll be passing it to here. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of what led us to refactoring the Slack services, is this whole passing these through. Yeah. I guess I need to ask for clarification on this, because like I thought Sam was saying that this is one benefit of using object-oriented programming is that we can just save these to instance variables, and then we don't need to be passing them from one method to the next method to the next method, you know?
Yeah, true.
But I don't know if that's, I mean, maybe that's in future plans. Like, I'm not sure. I mean, Nick was saying that he normally waits to see if they're being used in different classes before making them instance variables. But then, like, I think, Carl, you were probably part of that, where we were talking with Sam about that, how, you know, this can get like really kind of full on to passing it from lots of different ones, you know, for sure. And like this here as well, like, I guess.
Yeah, it makes more sense, and we'd be reusing them within this class anyway.
Like this we're using here. This we're using here.
Okay, it's a module.
I mean, could we, I don't know. Not sure. Okay, so we have passing tests, and then maybe we can have a better conversation when Nick's able to answer. And yeah, I mean, just keep refactoring. I mean, I guess for me, it's starting to bother me. There's an if clause now instead of unless, you know, because then we have this like true unless here, you know. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
Like
well, I wasn't sure it was necessary. It's like I only suggested after Nick also mentioned that he read that you shouldn't have unless at the beginning. But now
yeah,
that
no,
it and unless is not at the beginning.
yeah, there's no end for it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the thing is I kind of went by took your advice because I was kind of, it seemed like a really good idea, you know. But then now having like, that's the thing, having extracted things further and further and further, now it's like, okay, well, the cool thing is we got this down to one line, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still not happy about this, you know, but whatever.
Well, one thing I just noticed is in the parse URI method, we're using href and we're using node URL underscore param. But in
This,
the convert path method, href equals node URL param.
yeah, but then we're using this. Oh yeah, so this here could be href, no?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, good call. And then we don't need to pass that one in.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice, good catch. So then that would be like that. I mean,
And then next time I would like to discuss, like you said, that we could have just made instance variables out of a couple of them and we wouldn't have to pass them around from method
yeah,
to method.
exactly. Just use them when you need to use them. But then I don't know, like I guess that does have consequences as well, I guess. Like that, I mean, that's the thing is that I guess there's kind of a bit of a convention that you don't make it an instance variable until it needs to be an instance variable, you know? Like you have to justify that there's a need for that. And I don't know, like, is that a justification that because we're starting up at this up here, and then we're passing from here to, and like really we extract like this method, the only thing really in this method is like is just setting up instance variables and method calls.
And by the way,
You
how
know?
many methods are private now?
We have, that we made private, or that
We made private today.
1, 2, 3, and we were talking about extracting this as well, but then I'm not sure. And
So
also,
why
like,
do you say only 3 methods? I mean, there's some more methods coming after those.
yeah, there's this,
So
but we
did
didn't
you make
create the,
is everything after the private statement private?
yeah,
And you
everything
define
after
the
that.
instance method inside a private method? What does that mean?
If what? Sorry.
So those are private methods. Now, if we created an instance method inside our private methods, what does that mean?
Like an instance variable. Well, maybe we wouldn't. You know, maybe we would. Maybe we would do it up here. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so let's discuss that next time.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds good. Cool. Well, that was fun. We made some really good progress today. I feel like this looks a lot cleaner. I mean, they'll probably will find something to nitpick, but that looks a lot cleaner. Yeah, I mean, I think
So yeah, of course we can nitpick.
I still feel like this would be probably better as a variable, but I think that we're not done with it yet. So, and then this looks a lot better than it did a minute ago.
Yeah.
And we still have all the passing tests. Oh no, we have 4 failures. That's great. Okay. Given 3, expected 4. Yeah, that's means I didn't change it in that place. Whereas the def parse URI. Yeah, I didn't remove this here. Oh wait. Wait a minute. This I still need to pass in because to have it be available. I thought I could get rid of that, but that's not true. I can just get
again.
Sorry?
Could we see the error message again?
Yeah. It's like wrong number of arguments.
Okay.
Given 3, expected 4.
Okay.
So it's because it's like expected to have 4 because I removed it from the call, but I didn't remove it from the definition. But then we need to have this here because we're to have it to be able to use it here, you know?
Yeah.
And I just removed, I thought that, yeah, anyways, I thought wrong. I thought wrong. Cool. So hopefully those will pass. Yeah, because that's the thing. Like we could get rid of all of this if we just made, you know, all of these, all of these. This one we would keep the same. And I felt like this. I don't know. I felt like this. I thought you and I, Carl, last week we confirmed that just doing this node.name returns href. And maybe
Yeah.
I'm wrong. And then there's like, so I'm a little unclear if those tests are failing because of that or they're failing for some other reason. Oh, look at that. We got a failure. Expect converted text to include converted link.
What's throwing that? Well, which file is that message coming from?
It's coming from the test, you know, on line 13. That's weird. So it's expected this here, like this example hello.com hello to include Agile Ventures local support blob master hello. Because the href is here. That starts with the, that seems like that's not working. No, that shouldn't. Yeah. I wonder if you can't use this href like that if you have to pass in this, but I don't think so. That should be the same thing, shouldn't it?
Logically, yeah. Okay, no, sorry.
What's that?
href is node URL param, but then we change node URL param when it used to be node URL param equals URI.
Ah, that's right.
So it looked to me like, okay, we've got a double, get rid of it, but maybe it does need to be that way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah. That's really interesting.
Well, now the question is if the test passes like this.
Yeah, I mean it was passing before. Because yeah, so this href wouldn't change the node is the thing, and that's what we want to change is change the node. Yeah, so it's passing.
Right. And I totally get what Nick was saying, because I mean I'm also tired now. It's like, and it's then hard. It's kind of, you'd like to be awake when you're doing stuff like this refactoring. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
in general, when you code, actually, you don't really want to code when you're tired, but
yeah, it's difficult. 'Cause,
but
I mean, I'm dealing with this right now. If anybody wants to a real challenge, this is fun. It's like expected this. Well, actually, I would have to, yeah, expected this, which is like a hash of a bunch of stuff, and it got this, which is the same as this, but it's failing because it also got this as well, which is which is um which is like the same thing, but when on a different channel, a different Slack channel. And so for some reason in the unit test, it's able to deal with this and be like, oh, okay. Because I like, you can have an expectation that, yeah, I expect that you're going to receive this on the other channel as well. But it's actually like failing on, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe, I don't know. Anyways, like it's failing on this expectation because it's getting more than what it expected. But then it's like I actually wanted to continue and be like, okay, well, there's another expectation that goes along with this first expectation. And then like, yeah, I don't know. I end up working on this a little bit this afternoon and kind of like trying to wrap my head around it.
so
And I don't even know if I should be testing this in the acceptance test because I already have it in the, it's like duplication of code as well. Like I already have it in the I already have it in the unit tests, but then so I'm like kind of like thinking that I would just test for this here that like expect the Slack client's gonna have received like this method's gonna be called twice, and don't worry about the messages and the channels that it's going to and stuff like that because I'm checking that in the unit tests. But then at the same time, like Sam was saying this morning, like not to assume testing A and B in one place and C and D in another place means that A, B, C, and D is working, you know? So I'm not sure. But it's like, don't know. Don't really, it's not really clear to me why it's not working. And also there's like lots of duplicate code, you know? All of this here, like, is just like copying and pasting it from another place, you know?
well, I don't know. It's a step, isn't it? Allowed in a step.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, it's yeah, you can that we want to hide the logic here, but it's just like, do we really need to? I don't know. I mean, I think I'm at the place now where I'm just gonna kind of comment this part out and then just like push up the passing test that's checking that it's being called twice, and then just talk to him and be like, I don't know. You want to keep debugging why this is like? I can show you the error message and you can see if it makes sense to you, but like. I don't know. There's also as well, like you can do aggregate failures, you know, I know you can do an RSpec. I don't know if you can do, we were talking about that in the Rails 5 TDD. I don't know if you can do it in aggregate. That means that it won't exit if it has a failure. I don't know. RSpec, I guess. I don't know if I can. Well, I guess I need to look in Capybara. No.
Well, yeah, I was going to say why RSpec if it's steps.
Yeah, I mean it's weird because like yeah, that's true, but it also like here it says like RSpec expectations not met.
Oh, you got one of those.
So I'm not sure. It's like kind of like using because it's using Capybara like, but Cucumber.
Yeah, Cucumber also uses RSpec.
Yeah, I mean, like the syntax that I'm using, all that, like to receive, you know, allow to receive and return and all that kind of stuff. You find information on it, like on this relish, which is like the publisher's RSpec.
So,
Like,
since we went live late with the refactoring thing, but if we're done with that and talking about something else, I guess you can stop the broadcast.
Yeah,
And
well, I could.
ask if we added the changes to Git if the last test passed.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, definitely. Let me push that up. So get what's going on? I'm only working in the terminal. I just learned how to do this, and that's really cool. Get status, get diff, lots of differences. Okay, I think we made get add everything, get status, get commit. I like this. Okay, so what do we do? Extract.
What's it called? Extract method.
I mean, the interesting thing is that we can't, like, at this point, since it's all in the same file, we can't like commit more than once. We would have to like have committed each change for it to have different commit messages. So extract methods is a really bad commit message, but I could say which ones we extracted, but that.
Okay, we broke down the replace relative links with absolute method.
Yeah.
Oh. Start refactoring it.
Well, because we do have like he did commit once already, didn't he? So it's like since then, what did we do? We extracted the parse. We extract non-anchor links and parse URI methods. That's not very good either, but so how do I do this in Nano? Yep.
Are you is that the main title for the Git message?
It is.
So I'm gonna post someone gave me a couple good links on how to make like good commit messages.
Yeah,
I'm gonna post those links for you all to check out. I'll post them later. But one thing that it said is like don't put like ands or ors in your main commit message, and it should be like under 52 characters, because once you go beyond 52 characters, it gets cut off anyway and looks really bad when you're viewing the Git logs and on GitHub. So
yeah, I mean
you could just say like refactor relative link method. I mean, that kind of it doesn't have to be like very narrow. Your like the header is just going to be like what on a broad scale what did you do, right?
Yeah.
And then when you go and then when you hit enter, that's where you can put in like more detailed information. Oh, we did this and that and that. You don't have to put in all the information that you don't have to capture that into like one header. It could just be very broad.
Yeah, I mean, I also don't need to say like, I mean, this is the thing is that I've read that before, and that's helpful to read that. But like, it's in this case it's not super helpful, because like you also don't need to tell them which method you refactored either, because they can just look at the difference and they can see which method you refactored. Exactly. And also 1,000 other things that exactly. are not super helpful when writing this, and also this is not like so important, but I mean, like, I guess I start refactoring because we didn't really, I mean, we did some refactoring, but we're far from done, aren't we? that.
But,
I guess start refactoring. Oh, start refactoring. I guess I can be clear what we did.
oh,
Extract. I mean, what was the commit message what was the last commit message? Because you committed in like when we were in the middle of doing it.
yeah, I just put extract method blah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because like
Yeah.
extract.
Whatever you put in here, Matt, I can change it later.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Just put something in, and you can explain your changes a little bit if you want, and then yeah.
I mean, that's the thing is also like and that thing that you're talking about, we're probably talking about the same thing. I think it talks about like talking less about what you did and why you did it, in this part of the thing,
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Take care, Matt.
Yeah.
Looks like you guys did some good work here. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a start,
Yeah.
Why was it?
We'll be able to finish it next week. All right. Later.
See you soon. Thanks.